Good afternoon.
Hey, Renee.
Good afternoon.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay.
Looks like it.
Hello, Max.
Hey, Max.
Hello, you guys.
Good afternoon. This
Good afternoon.
meeting is called to order,
Yeah.
such as it is. Jennifer, would you like to take over?
Yes, so the Civic Center let us know when we were setting up that the event that they originally had scheduled for Saturday was canceled, and so we would be able to stay at the Civic Center and not move Friday afternoon over to the other building, and then still be at the Civic Center on Monday. We think that this is the best move for the voters, obviously, that we're not changing anything, we're not having to tear down anything. And so we just need a formal approval, basically, of this change for the early vote site.
Right, and you've created that amended document so we can sign it online, is that correct?
That is correct. I have forwarded the document to Alicia, and so that she will make an e-document for you to be able to sign. And basically, it's just it's the same notice of election. We'll just do an e-signature and refile it.
Okay. I guess we need a motion to continue that, even though it seems sort of obvious. I will entertain a motion from the floor.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, please designate by saying aye.
Aye.
And no one is opposed, so we will move forward with that change, sort of a change. And now, will you have to publish this in the paper?
So I had a publication set to be published on Sunday, which would be our last publication. So I have resent this one, the revised one, to Kathy, so that when they publish it in the paper, it will reflect what we are doing now. Okay,
perfect. All right, what would you like to tell us about how things are going?
So it is going, it has been very busy. The first day, those were astronomical numbers. The lines were, out the door, every location. But overall, the voters have been very responsive to everything. So we're really pleased with that. Today's numbers are more in line with what we saw in 2016. So I think that, the first day, I think everybody was really, ready to vote, anxious to get there, and wanted to be, vote on that first day. But today's numbers are more similar. Of course, Elkins and West Fork are doing really great. So I think that, their numbers are really higher than what we've seen previously. Of course, they weren't open in 2016, so it's hard to compare, but I think they're really going to do some good numbers. Our canvassing started today, and that has gone very smoothly. So the process that we kind of set up in place has worked, and they're being able to process ballots. My only concern is the ballots not getting back to us. Right now we have about half of the absentee ballots that were mailed out have been returned to the county clerk's office. So if voters return their ballots in a timely manner, we're going to be able to stay on track and keep up with everything. Right. But if voters wait and procrastinate, then, that Monday and Tuesday election day is really going to be rough on us. But right now they're just, they're going through everything, and the process has been real smooth.
Well, that's good. Do you have a count today on number of absentees that are out?
So it's over 12,000 was the Becky sent me a roster yesterday, and so there's a little over 12,000 that have been mailed out, and when I looked at how many have been returned, it was a little over 6,000, so about half. And when I looked at Pulaski and just saw what Pulaski County, and talked to Brian and talked to Kim up in Benton County, both counties are running about the same, about half have been returned. So I think we're all going to be in that same boat of the voters not getting their ballots back to us until that last week, hopefully before Monday or Tuesday. So.
Okay.
Jennifer, not that you can use past numbers to predict what's going to happen here, but typically, what percentage of voters return their ballots who requested and received absentee ballots?
It's a pretty high number. I mean, it's definitely, I would say it's definitely 80% or more, by the time everything gets back to us. So I would suspect that we'll get 80 to 90% of the absentee ballots back. And it's hard, this one is a little trickier to predict too, because we know that we're already having some voters come in who have requested an absentee ballot and they're voting provisional ballots at the polls. So we're seeing that happen at a lot of our locations as well.
What do those numbers look like? Can you
Provisionals, I don't-
approximate?
I can't track that.
Okay.
From what I've seen up in the quorum courtroom, we've seen people come in, who had requested an absentee ballot but want to vote, in person, and they're voting provisional. So I know we've done a handful of those, and it's just the second day of early voting.
Right. Okay. Okay, other questions on that, y'all?
No question. No question.
Okay. Other business? No
Anything
other
else?
I don't
business.
have anything else. I think we're still on track. We set up Bud Walton tomorrow, and we set up Rise Physical Therapy. So we'll have those two spots open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we're getting ready for that. And then the following week, we'll have Elmdale Baptist Church and Lincoln Community Center set up as limited early voting too. So we're on track with all of that.
Okay.
Hey, Jennifer, the only other thing, I don't remember, maybe I made this up, or maybe I remember you saying that you were going to do it. Maybe you did it in the past. You send us every day that early vote numbers and then compare to past years how many people have early voted. Is it possible to post that on the website and to update that every day? Because I know people are interested in it and ask about the numbers. Did you do that before? Did you talk about it? Is that something that would be easy to do?
I had talked about doing it, but then we were so overwhelmed with everything else that it's just one of those things that I just didn't get done. I can look to see if I can post it every night on the website and just post that day's numbers so people can
final
see
day, yeah.
Monday and Tuesdays. One thing I am a little concerned about is we don't want to overwhelm sites that aren't prepared for large numbers. So if I just post like daily numbers at each location, then people can kind of make their own conclusion about the location.
Yeah.
So, but I can work on doing that.
You mean as opposed to, I wouldn't think you would update it more than once a day. You mean as opposed to updating it multiple times a day or something?
No, just once a day I can update it, but I'll just do the daily numbers from that day instead of like, that will be the easiest for me to do instead of doing a big thing. Like the whole like 2016 and 2018. If I just basically what I send out to the media and send to you, I can just post that as a daily update on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, the
That
correct
sounds
number.
fine to me.
2016 and 2018, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand. That's fine. I mean, whatever you send to us is great. And if it's too much trouble, I would rather focus on doing a good job at the polling locations, of course. But if it's easy to do, people might like that. So either way, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, other business? Anything?
Nothing here.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, unless you've got something else, Max or Jennifer, I would say we are adjourned.
Thank y'all.
All right,
Are you good?
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you all. Have a
guys.
good rest of the afternoon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Call this.
leave.